Hi guys, I'm Faustin Pinto from Barbecue Records. I'm happy to be back for a new interview. Today, I'm glad to receive Foster's, DJ and producer from Melbourne. On air every weekend on Kiss FM, Foster's also organizes events for a good cause and plays all around the city, where he's been supporting many big names of the industry like Coach, Miguel Campbell, Riverstar, Oxia, and many more. Foster's also joins the Barbecue Records team with a new track called Delicious Chicken. Hey Foster's, how are you?
Thanks for having me back. It's great to be here. What a beautiful day.
It is indeed in Melbourne, like how crazy.
I know, yeah, all 4 seasons in one day. We got the good moment, I think. That's nice.
Yeah, that's like today. Foster's, as a DJ, so like I just said, you've been supporting many international artists on their tours here in Melbourne. I've mentioned a few names, but out of all the show you've played at, which one did you enjoy the most?
That's a great question. Any of the gigs that or artists that I supported at the old Pawn & Co venue towards the end of 2016, early 2017. Particularly Plump DJs. I'm a big fan of Breakbeat, going back to the old Stanton Warriors compilation mixes of the 2000s. And it was just great to see breaks being played at Pawn & Co at a venue that, you know, is second home to me and is also a place that I'm so used to hearing house and tech house. It was nice to see a different kind of vibe. And obviously Plump DJs, Lee, one of the two that make up the duo who played that night. He's a lovely bloke as well, and he's got family here in Melbourne, so he was really nice guy. It was a great night, and yeah, that'll go down as a memorable gig. Yeah, for sure.
You've got this new track called Delicious Chicken coming up soon on Barbecue Records. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, so I think it's a little ironic that I've got a track out now that's basically a guy ranting about his experience at KFC, especially coming off the tailback of the Ultra Festival in America, where do you hear about KFC bought like a 5-minute set at Ultra Music Festival? And Colonel Sanders came out and played for 5 minutes. It was this real cheesy 2000s kind of Euro dance kind of sound. And then everyone's kicking up a stick now because they're saying corporations are able to buy their way into these festivals. So yeah, Delicious Chicken's kind of like a bit of a commentary on that. But it's also basically, there's a track that was released by Peel and Chauncey a few years ago called Roach Hotel that basically just has a sample of this guy ranting about the state of the dance music scene at the moment. And I wanted to try and do the same thing, but have some guy ranting about chicken. And so this guy in the song is just basically ranting about going into KFC and being typecast as an African American who really likes fried chicken. So yeah, I got that YouTube. I saw the YouTube clip of it, and I was like, I need to use that in something, and I kind of based the song around that. But yeah, it's a really like fun, upbeat kind of techie track. That you know, I think kind of resonates with the sound here that people like in Melbourne, and now it's found a place on Barbecue Records, which I think is fantastic.
You also host your own radio show every Saturday on Kiss FM called The Weekend Chug. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, so I think for me, the word chug defines a rolling bass line. And there's a track by Daniel Steinberg called Day by Day that has this really signature kind of rolling bass line that has always been one of my favorite tracks. And I just kind of became known as my sound being very kind of chug-esque, I suppose. And I have guests on every week, and I try and get them to define for themselves what the chug might mean for them, and to come on and play a set of music that might not necessarily be the music that they're playing out in the clubs. But I also really like the social aspect of it. A lot of gigs where you kind of don't get a chance to really talk to other DJs, your peers, because you're in between sets, it's noisy, whatever reason, you know. So I really like being able to have a guest on and being able to actually sit down, have a proper conversation with them. Also try and talk about some mental health stuff as well. You know, how do they keep themselves in check if they've got gigs 4 days in a row? What do they do to wash that all off in a safe and healthy way? You know, so some people, they go to the gym, some people make more music, some people ride their bicycle, whatever they do. But I think it's important to have those discussions in a scene that's really fraught with drug use and that kind of culture, that, you know, we can also have that conversation about how we can maintain our own emotional health and well-being whilst doing what we love. Yeah, so that's the show. And obviously Kiss FM, Timmy Burns and Kate, I've known them for many years. I've been doing guest mixes on Timmy's show since 2007, and the opportunity came up a couple of years ago, and I went for it. So yeah, I really like the fact that I got my own show. It's a little bucket list thing of mine. So yeah.
Cool. And it's every Saturday. What time?
12 midday to 1:30 every Saturday.
You also invest a lot of time in running fundraising events called Premium Chug Raisers. Yep. What is it about?
So the Premium Chug Raiser was a fundraising idea that I came up with Mount Mike and Liam Kendall, who run the Premium Tuna radio show, which is the show before the Weekend Chug on a Saturday, 10:30 till 12. And we often cross over and talk on each other's show. And I work for an Aboriginal organisation in child protection, and I think it's really important to have conversations about this nation's first people and some of the consequences and impacts of colonisation and how that's affected our people. Being Aboriginal myself, it takes a personal context and perspective as well. But these fundraisers are basically about raising some money to help connect Aboriginal kids to their culture. Some kids don't know anything about their Aboriginal culture, so this is a way for them to go on these camps, meet other Aboriginal children their age, hang out with elders, undertake cultural activities, and walk away from it feeling more culturally enriched and more educated, and in that regard, making them more confident in their own identity. So yeah, we run these twice a year. The one that we just raised about $1,300, and that'll go directly towards funding these cultural camps. Yeah,
that's amazing. Wow. Yeah. And do you have any other projects in progress?
Not particularly. I mean, the Fosters thing takes up most of my time in terms of the music side of things. There is music that I'm working on. It's a bit darker, it's a little bit more crackly and not so, I guess, not so kind of like funky house that I'm more known for playing. So I'm doing kind of that stuff on the side just to keep kind of like my creative flow going. But really it's just about trying to push more Fosters releases and continue to kind of establish myself. So yeah, that's what's ahead.
Well, cool. That sounds good. Thank you, Fosters. Thanks, Frances, for the cool chat. Thank you all for watching. You can find Fosters on the web. Links are displaying now on your screen. Stay tuned for the release date of Delicious Chicken and for more amazing stuff from Fosters. Tune in for the next Weekend Chug on Kiss FM. I'll see you all soon for a new interview. As always, take care and have fun. Bye-bye.